Hello, hello, and welcome back to Shadow Space. Well, I am joined by the wonderful, wonderful players, starting with Veneer playing the role of Seth.
You're
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh god, the background image disappeared. Hang on. Oh no.
Oh no, we've crashed.
Oh my god! What, background image?
It's a new AI.
Okay, there we go. Background image is back. But yes, Veneer playing the role of Seth.
Yeah, your mom.
Tristan playing the role of Barbara.
Who's pressing buttons?
Mom.
No!
Okay, sorry.
Who's next?
Greg playing the role of Max. Greg playing the role of Matt.
No.
Introduce
He's doing
you.
a thing.
You need to speak your actual voice so people know what you sound like. And then Doodle playing the role of Hopper.
Hi.
Discord adding soundboards for calls was a mistake.
What are you talking about? It's amazing.
I need you to understand, when you played that Windows error sound effect thing, it actually made me worry that the stream had crashed.
Sorry.
I hate that sound effect. I hate that sound effect so much, and the fact that it's on a soundboard because it always fucks me up.
You can blame one of your fellow people that put that there, not me.
It's not even from a server I'm in. Anyway. Shadow Space. So, who remembers where we left off?
We were on the ship. Oh, we were gonna bring the stones back to where they belong.
No, we're about to remove the stones and.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
We're gonna detour and remove all the stones because some motherfucker be like, yes, I destroy everything so we make a new town for ourselves. We fucked up and we're trying to redeem ourselves.
And you put T-Dog in control of a weather machine.
Well, he chose to do it.
So, it'll take the procession a couple of days to reach the uncovered city. But you guys have ships that you can use to fly to the destroyed cities a lot faster.
Yeah.
So, which destroyed city did the group want to go to first? Did you want to return to the one that had the Civil War, where you helped the Splice?
That was the plan.
You helped the Splicers win, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that was the one.
How can we choose?
So, was that one New Austin? That was New Austin, right? No. No, that was Bibble. That was Bibble. You're going to the town of Bibble again.
Here we go again.
Yep.
Hopper is gonna stay in the ship because Hopper's like, no, they think I'm gone, even though they know I'm not. I still feel bad.
So
I don't want
to. As you guys fly, you have Mackenzie and Hyundai on the ship. Mackenzie knows what you all did. Hyundai does not know you guys caused the destruction. What is the plan?
I'm just gonna fly the ship.
Which one's Bibble?
the war where I was kidnapped.
Yeah, the Civil War place where it was the cyborgs and the splicers, the racist people all fighting each other.
Yes, and Seth wanted to murder someone so fucking bad, but he stopped himself because he wanted to be a good person.
So
Gang?
the main plan was to literally just remove the stones or destroy them if we can, but mainly remove the stones.
You gotta destroy them is the main goal.
Okay.
Oh, there you have it.
Well, it's in a statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
You put it in the hands of a statue in this town, in the center of the city. The other ones you put atop steepled buildings. So, what's the plan? Actually, do you guys want to... Sorry, what I mean is, do you guys want to have any in-character dialogue during flight? I'm just gonna go over to the... There we go, the drawing of your ship's interior.
Gang?
Gang.
Mhm.
What is it?
I really don't want to deal with the consequences of my actions. I'd say we go for a stealth mission.
Why not just blow it up?
Okay, all right. Well, that is. Wait, blow it up.
Not dealing with the consequences of your actions is what got us into this mess. Well, that and also just blindly putting stuff down, but that was kind of on all of us at that rate.
Yeah, I would say so. Anyways,
I say we just leave this
What?
planet, Mackenzie says.
That's pretty dumb.
I'm not. Hey, there are no dumb ideas.
That one's pretty dumb.
Max, I almost called you Greg.
How did you know his government name?
What was that? What was
Hey,
that?
that's my tax exemption name. I'm secretly Greg Osterius, the actor in the secret movie A Secret Life of a Leaf.
Art. Anyway, what was that you said, Seth?
I just say just blow up the statue. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm willing just to give up and just move on. By this point, considering we messed up heavily, I don't know if anything we're gonna do now is gonna change anything. So, we either might as well try to quote-unquote redeem ourselves, or we just say fuck it, give up, move on, and learn not to do this ever again. Because it seemed like to me, throughout this whole thing, everything was not in our favor. The war was a big one. You saw how everything was. And it seemed like to me, fate said something. And I'm kind of just... I'm tired. I'm tired of this place. We either redeem, or we move on.
I say we redeem.
If people there's gonna be people to accept our quote-unquote, redemption.
So then don't focus on that. Focus on just cleaning the mess. When you pick up groceries and you accidentally drop them, you don't leave them in the middle of the road. You go out and you pick them up. You know why? That's the right thing to do.
That is true. And I'm very aware of that. The only people that I kind of don't want to help out is the people at the war.
We don't necessarily need to focus on them. We just need to focus on the stones. That's all we need to focus on. Destroy those, and hopefully stuff will change. Even if it doesn't change into entirely what it once was, we can try to make it at least better.
I hope. Because I don't want to deal with those guys ever again. I'm done with them.
Then I would say if we were to go down with that plan, let's go to where we last stopped up first.
What exactly is it that we're doing? Hyundai speaks up.
We're going to destroy some stones that we placed down. We mistakenly thought that these items were of good hands, but as it turns out, it's caused more problems than we expected.
He nods slightly.
I know that people are sad and upset about just blindly placing down stones. That doesn't mean that we should just wallow in our own pain.
It was an unpopular opinion.
I say we go out there, and even if they don't accept the redemption, that's fine. That doesn't matter. Because at least we went out there and we tried to fix it. I'd rather try and end up looking like a fool than not try and being labeled as a coward.
Why?
Was that why in character, or was this something happening in real life?
Yeah. Yeah, it was in character.
Okay.
Because a fool can always come back. At least when it comes down in conversations and in polite society. But a coward, that's not somebody that could ever come back from that. Nobody respects a coward. You lose that respect. And when you lose that respect, well, you lose that respect, you lose that trust.
I think it's a little late for that.
Well,
Anyways,
like I said,
Alright, so our options are leave the planet. Option 2 is blow up the statue. And option 3 seems to be to go down there and apologize and tell everyone that we were wrong and that we won't do it again or something. Did I get that right?
in a sense, it's not quite saying that we're going down there to make amends and to correct our actions. That's what that is.
Well, unless we have any other options, I say we vote on it.
They didn't even know we were doing that in the first place.
That is
We were
true.
we were pretty stealthy on the placement in the beginning anyway.
If anything, if we were to tell them that, oh, this was actually our doing, they most likely would try to kill us.
Even if
Yeah.
we don't talk to them directly, at the very least, us doing something is better than nothing.
I would say us doing something was what got us into this mess, but I say we
me-
vote on it.
Oh no. I just want to move on from here.
All in favor of leaving the planet?
Mackenzie raises her hand.
All right. All in favor of blowing it up? I raised my hand.
Hyundai being like,
Seth?
it says, it being the stone, not the planet, right?
The stone.
Oh, yeah, the stone, yeah.
Seth also raises his hand on that.
Max raises
Alright,
his
and-
hand.
Who does?
Max raised his hand.
Oh, I thought Max was arguing against that.
No,
No.
he was arguing that you guys go and deal with it and not run away.
Oh. And all in favor of explaining our actions to the people and possibly getting killed by them, say aye.
Max keeps his hand raised.
Mhm.
So Hyundai and Hopper did not vote for anything, but a majority voted for destroying the rock.
What do you think,
Yes.
Hopper?
Just a lot of things. Well, let's just get it over with.
All right, the eyes have it. Let her rip, Seth.
Alright.
As you guys approach Bibble, you don't have to engage with the normal docking procedures, as the dome around the city has been fully cracked open. A large crack in the earth running from the mountain that sits at the northern pole through to the other side of the city. As you begin to fly in, you can see things don't look great inside. The radiation storm, like you have to sort of fly through the radiation storm that's swirling overhead, but the storm here isn't nearly as strong as the storm that had sat over the Forgotten City, likely because that same storm was turned into 3 separate storms, you know? But it's still, I'm still gonna say that, Seth, I'm gonna need a piloting skill check from you of difficulty 2 to keep the ship stable.
Let's see.
Because it is a thick ass fog.
With
Can you
like,
see through
and
this?
like raging wind.
Luckily for me, I have a fucking skill in fucking piloting, so
You roll 6 dice, you need 2 successes.
yes. Oh! Okay.
You okay?
Don't worry about it.
I think they just came
No!
to the city. You know, you're coming to Bibble.
Your Bibble.
Okay. So, on my first roll, I got 10.
Okay.
I got 3, a 6, a 4, and a 9. And then I got a 10 again, and then an 8, and then a 9. Because I got fucking
Alright,
gas.
so roll your 2 10 bursts.
I did, which was the 9 and 8 and a 9.
Wait. How many dice did you roll
Just say how many 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because you're supposed
I
to roll
rolled-
6. You roll 6
Yes.
initially, and then you rolled the bursts.
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
and those 2 are the bursts.
And how many successes did you get total?
6, 9, 8, 9, so that's 5. I think that's, no, 4? It's 4. Yeah, it's 4.
What were your 10s?
I did! That's the 8 and the 9!
No.
I did!
Wait.
Wait, what?
How many dice
Okay.
did you roll initially, ignoring the rerolls? You rolled 6, right? And then you rolled the 2 rerolls from the 10s?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and so across all of that, you got how many successes?
So I guess 2,
Oh.
if ignoring the 10s.
How many
Okay.
dice did you get that were a 6 or above?
2. So, like, 2. Well, no. 10. I'm getting confused. 5.
How many dice came out to be a 6 or above, counting the 10s and their
So
rerolls?
6.
6?
That would be 6. I posted in chat.
Okay.
Just to double check.
Okay. Okay. That's what confuses me, is the way you chose to word it confused me so hard. Alright, yeah, so you got
It's
6
just
successes on a level
autism.
2 check, so that's a critical success.
Blame my autism for that, yes.
It's okay, I have autism too. So, you fly...
Ugh.
You are able to like keep the ship stable while flying through the storm that's raging overhead. And you fly down into the city, and you can see the green, like, miasma of the storm permeating the city. You begin to fly toward the center of the city, where you can see the statue has been sort of like elevated. So like as the whole city was cracked in half with a massive fault line running through it, the fault line ran through the center of the city, then looped around the central park before reconnecting with itself and continuing. Or no, it didn't reconnect with itself, it then split, so there's like a big 3-way crack through the city is what it is. So the crack ran from the mountain to the statue, and just before hitting the statue, split in 2, and sort of shattering the city further. And as you're floating down, you notice a significant number of bodies lying in the streets.
No, he's like... The
Do we
moment
know
he
any-
did... Oh, go on.
Sorry, I thought we were gonna like shoot it with the guns.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
he's
you
gonna
haven't
plan to
landed
do
or
that.
anything.
Oh,
He's gonna plan to do that, but the moment he saw the bodies, he just deeply sighs. Because he's like... To him, internally, he's like, yeah, no one made that. Not surprised. And so he's about to shoot it.
Alright, give me a ship gun shoot check.
Would that be ship expert? Would I still get the extra die? Oh, my ship expertise or no?
Yes, as well as any, like, gun skill you have.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, there is no burst, but I got 1 dice break, unfortunately.
So what's your
But I
success
got-
count after the break removes something?
7, 7, 6. That would be like 3.
3, is that before or after factoring in the dice break?
Just show us your thing.
After.
After, so
Here.
3 after the dice break is factored in. Okay.
Because it would have been 4,
yeah,
but since the
it
dice
became
break
3
came
from the
after-
dice break.
Yes.
That is still good enough to land your shot. So you fly down, line up your ship, and you fire out, upon the statue, and as the energy bolt goes flying out, it goes flying towards the rock, and then suddenly veers off in another direction, hitting a building instead. Has the statue sort of rumbles a little bit, and you see dust start to pick up all around it and swerve around. And I'm gonna need a level 3 piloting check from you, Seth.
Alright. Of course.
Mm.
Let me do my math here. Got 2. Plus that other roll. Okay. So, I'm gonna screenshot my rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I got a dice break, but I also got burst as well.
You re-rolled the burst, right?
Yes, which is the 7.
So you got 4 successes total. So the ship starts to like veer and move around, but you're able to quickly correct the ship's position. And Hopper, you feel this really like weird, unnerving feeling run through your body. And Barbara, you feel your cybernetic arm sort of tugging at its spot where it's latched on, as it feels like your arm's moving outside your control a little bit, as if it's being pulled to the right.
Does everybody feel that?
Yes, I do. Okay. Okay. Okay.
What are
I
you
think we need to physically remove it ourselves.
Do you want to do any kind of like observation check to see why your bolt redirected, Seth?
Yes.
I was gonna. Okay.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Barbara?
I was just gonna say. I was gonna roll to.
Figure out what's happening with your arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, both of you give me like observation type checks, adding in any science type skills you have.
Oh, wow.
Man. I really should have checked this beforehand.
Well, because I have
level
extra
3 challenge, I
eyes.
should say.
I have extra eyes, so I get more die for observation. But
Yeah, I just need to know your total success counts from your rolls.
You tell me.
Oh, that would be a 0 from Seth. At least it wasn't negative.
I was afraid it was negative when looking at that.
I got 4 successes.
So Seth, you have no idea why your bolt missed. Barbara, you were looking at your arm trying to figure out why it's moving weird, and you glance around and you notice some of the cutlery around the room sort of shifts and moves, like rolling off counters and stuff, and you realize there's a sort of magnetic field thrusting everything off toward the right. It's not super strong, but it definitely feels stronger closer to the front of the ship. Closer to the part of the ship that's facing toward the statue. As you realize the statue must be giving off some sort of magnetic field.
That was... Can I just say what you just said to the party? Because there's a lot of
Yeah.
technobabble that I didn't understand. Which is weird coming from me.
It's a magnetic field is coming off the statue that is affecting anything metal as well as the aim of the ship. That's what's happening. It seems like the closer you get to the stone, the stronger it is.
Alright, I think maybe Max, this may be your calling.
Okay. Gravity power time.
All right, so you're gonna go to the cockpit, and what are you gonna do? I assume you catch Seth up on what? Excuse me, what Barbara just explained.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and what are you
And
gonna?
since you do have that special power,
None of us can go in there. We will be thrown off the ship.
Use the force, Luke. Use the force. Oh my god, is that my neighbor? No, I can save you 15% on your car insurance. Use the force.
I grabbed that hammer. What are savings? Sorry.
Okay, so with the gravity powers, I'm gonna try and readjust the gravity on across the ship. So
and like
that
hold the ship stable to make the aim better.
Yes.
Okay,
Like think of like the Force Unleashed when like Star Killer's trying to redirect the ship into the clone planet.
All right, yeah. So give me a gravitational skill check of difficulty 4 to hold the ship stable, and that will
How many
make.
dice is that?
So you roll 5 by default plus extra ones for any skills you have
Oh, gotcha.
that are relevant. What do you get for your result?
And Max, what you gave?
What did the dice say? And then there's Greg. He's dead.
It's probably taking a while.
Greg is dead. T-K. Greg is
Next
dead.
anyway.
Atomic Squid is dead. Jeez. That's the sound it makes when I bust a nut.
How could you?
It's like little pebbles coming out.
No.
Dang it.
Let's go gambling!
I
No.
have the soundboard, but it's very loud.
I love that meme.
I love it too.
What's your result? Max.
Sorry, we were talking about dinner.
Okay. You got pulled away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I got like 4 successes on my first roll.
Okay. Was there any bursts in it?
No. I have a 7, an 8, and 2 9s, and then I have one that's a 5.
Alright, so you're able to hold the ship stable with the gravitational field going on. And Seth, Max is able to tell you what's happening. So that mixed with the whole, the fact that the ship's more stable, you can attempt another shoot at the rock. Difficulty
Okay.
of 3.
Alright, so I got 4 successes. 7, 6, 6, and a
Alright.
7.
Alright, so you fire out. This time you sort of arc your shot in a way so that you're not aiming right at the rock, but aiming to the side of it, with the hope being that, when the magnetic field redirects the bolt, it'll hit the rock, which, exactly as you planned. The bolt your shot goes flying out, curves, hits the rock, and blows up the hand on the statue. And almost immediately, all the kicked up dust and stuff around stops floating around, and the slightly elevated space that the statue had been on sinks down a little bit towards the crevice, and the statue falls over. That was easy.
1 down, 2 more to go.
Woo!
Woo! Good job, team. I like start handing out high fives like it's going out of style.
Alright, so where are you guys flying next?
We go down.
You go to the next town.
Yeah,
There's 2 towns you can go to. Which one do you go to?
we go down.
You want to go
We're
down to
going
the
down,
one south?
girl. We're turning around. Sugar, we're going
I
down.
say
swinging.
we do the one where we killed those guards unnecessarily last.
So we're going clockwise?
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you want to go to the one that's black last. Okay, yeah, sorry. I misunderstood for a second. Alright, so, while you guys are flying to the next destination, any small talk?
Hey, Max, when did you have any consideration about those schematics I showed you?
Got your arm right here.
Wait, you do? Wait, you do?
What was the schematics?
I didn't realize that I took it off. Otherwise, that last scene would have never happened.
What was the schematics?
It was like something where I could detach my arm and
A rocket fist.
Oh,
no. It was like a remote control hand or something.
You can't just get that though. You can't, Max. You can't just say, yeah, I got it done already. Here you go. You guys would need to invest resources into making that.
Then I invest the resource into making it.
You would need to stop at a market for that. You don't just have you.
We can't order it online?
We don't have space Amazon?
Hey, Bezos, can you get us some supplies? No, you would have to stop and go and buy it somewhere. That doesn't work this way. You could just. Yeah, here's your level up. I got it for you as another player.
Well, this is what happens when you're late into sessions. You miss things.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to stop at a place to buy supplies to make that.
I feel like I can use like some scavenging components on the ship to make something.
This ship is like bare bones. Unless you want to rip apart like the radio and some other stuff.
No.
Yeah, Well, I feel like, well, not Hopper's radio, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I could just rip up like a floorboard and just like say, don't step over here or something like that.
No, we just fixed the shit!
You would need like specific electronic components. If you're gonna start gutting the ship, that'll negatively affect the ship's operations.
Okay.
Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Alright, well if that's the case, then I say fuck it, it's not happening, whatever.
You just tear up my blueprints.
No, I don't tear them up. I just say to them like we need more shit.
You wouldn't even need to buy a lot. You'll just need to stop somewhere and buy some stuff. You could always swing up to New Athens. It's only a little out of your way.
We should focus on this.
Alright, any other conversation while y'all flying? Is that a no?
No.
Hopper just kind of feels bad anyway.
Oh, baby. As you are all flying, Seth, you feel some significant turbulence hit the ship. I'm going to need a level 2 difficulty check to stay flying stably.
You got it, boss.
I rolled a perception to see if I noticed Doodle Hopper feeling bad.
It's okay.
What was
calling you?
What was the empathy check that I had to pass?
That is entirely up to you as a player.
Oh.
Yeah, I was asking Hopper.
Oh, it's
I mean,
pretty
Doodle, fuck.
notable.
You okay?
How many successes did you get? It was either a lot or very little.
Are you okay?
I feel like I don't know. Did I do that right?
What do you mean, did you do it right? What'd you get?
What did
No,
you
no,
go-
no. Get rid of the 10s. Get rid of those last ones. Wait. No. No, wait. Hold on.
What's your
What?
pilot level? Oh yeah, no, that all looks correct.
Okay. No, I was getting a heart attack because I saw the 10s. I was getting more 10s. I was like, ah.
You know, yeah,
Ah.
you got a 10, which rolled a 10, which rolled a 9. That's all good. So,
It's like a dice break.
yeah, you keep the ship very stable.
Oh, thank God.
Hopper, what was the difficulty you set for somebody to notice you're sad?
Just was 0.
So, Barbara, you pass.
Okay, alright, I go, hey.
Hmm?
Hey,
Oh.
soul sister, what's wrong?
mm, I feel like I'm just gonna be a broken record. That's all.
so?
Are you?
Meanwhile, up front,
What's
sorry,
a record?
Seth, you notice massive boulders begin shooting out from the mountain towards you guys. I'm gonna need an evasive maneuver check from you, Seth. Everyone else continue talking. Because no one
What do
else
you
knows
mean?
this is happening. Sorry.
Oh, actually, very quickly, you said the rocks are coming at us from these mountains?
Yep, but you have no reason to know this because you're in the back of the ship. Or
Oh.
are you, or are you in the front? I guess where are you sat? I assume you're sat in the lounge area with everyone else.
Well, I thought I went to the front because of the gravity situation.
All
I
right,
had
so
to-
did you stay there afterward?
Well, I figured I wouldn't move anywhere. I thought,
All right,
that
fair. All right, so yeah, you can see the boulders flying toward the ship.
Max kind of has like that, he drinks his coffee, kind of like looking at them, spits them at the window.
He's like, I got it. Just give me a moment.
1 second, I got this.
Are you gonna try and
Uh,
gravity move the rocks?
Yeah, I'm basically just reversing the gravity on the ship in the sense of like as the rocks come in, the rocks are gonna have to push back out.
So you want to create like a gravitational field around the ship to repulse the rocks?
Yes.
I'm gonna call that a level 6 challenge.
Okay.
So you go ahead and do your roll. You guys, Hopper Barbara, continue the conversation while they all do their rolls.
I appear for 5 seconds and die.
No.
Anyway.
What
I'm
the
imagining
hell?
that gif of where it like echoes out, you know what I mean?
So-
Let me go get the video again.
Anyway.
I got 2 9s, a 6, a 10, and a 4, and then I re-rolled that 10 and I got an 8.
Alright, hang on, so guys, continue your conversation. I'll ask for the successes in a moment.
Yeah.
What I mean is that I already feel bad about everything that has happened, and that because of me, we have to clean up this mess.
Oh, Barbara, I mean, fuck, what's wrong with me?
Oh, Barbara.
Barbara is talking to herself in third person. She just sees herself like, oh, hi, Barbara.
No, Barbara,
I did not hit her, I did not! Oh, hi, Barbara.
Hopper, this planet was broken long before we showed up. If anything, we wouldn't even be on this planet if it wasn't for me.
I think even so, we were gonna be here anyway because of the scouting company. This was the next land location anyway. There's nothing wrong with the place. Every place has a story, and not everyone's gonna like that story.
That's for
No
sure.
one. But I guess I should have been more aware. I shouldn't be like, I guess, like the story I shouldn't be like Little Red that's naive and not just be gullible to what is offered. I didn't bother asking, I just trusted too quickly. And now there's this mess we have to undo.
I guess. I guess we were both a little too trusting. But now we know better, don't we?
Yeah. But I guess we're not completely in the dark. We still had each other. We have
That's true.
T-Dog. We have a light. Something to always help us push forward.
DM me your successes, Max. Sorry, continue.
And even more so than each other, we have ourselves.
Yeah. But I know I definitely would not be back here with all of you if it wasn't for everyone else.
You guys feel the ship jostle a little bit while you're having your conversation, but not anything crazy.
I literally... It's so funny. It is really funny. Because you look at you. You're so amazing. You always strive around and show off and flaunt your confidence, and you always seem to know and how to talk to people that, I don't know, you seem to know exactly what to do. You always could be right on top of your toes on any given moment, and I'm just always kind of stuck in awe or just left behind, not really understanding what I don't know anymore.
I've never been confident in anything I've done. It's all just an act.
Well, some really good act.
Maybe I can teach it to you sometime.
I don't know if it will look good on me.
Nonsense. If you can pull off if you can pull off this hairdo, you can pull off anything.
I don't think my hair will grow any longer though. But thanks.
Meanwhile,
Going.
I was gonna say outside, Seth is making evasive maneuvers to avoid boulders, and anyone that even get close to hitting, Max is yeeting away with gravitational force. I imagine Max is sitting down in like the bubble turret seat to give him a 360 view.
He is, but he's got a little bit like sweat on the brow because he's like really concentrating on this.
Yeah.
I have to time it just right.
Yeah, and then fucking Seth is just like, oh god!
I said keep it straight, goddamn. Hey, stop turning to the right. Stop turning to the
I'm keeping it straight as best as I can!
left. It's NASCAR. Go left.
I'm going left!
And
Give me a moment!
that's star points for both of you, funniness. You are gonna feel like strain as you're doing this, Max. And then so you feel like an uncanny feeling in your, like, in the back of your head. Interesting. You swear you hear somebody say something for just a moment, and then it's gone as you guys are making your way through the other end of the field you're in. Or you know, not field, but you know what I mean, making your way through like the barrage.
Yeah, with the
He's
pelting.
just like, Jesus Christ, this is all crazy right now. Holy fuck.
But with that, you guys are now approaching New Athens. Because it's like, it was a couple of hour flight, but, you know, we're condensing time a little bit here.
Who's texting the heck out of me?
It's me,
Who is
spiritually.
it?
So as you start to fly towards New Athens, you see a similar situation. Large crack running through the city, getting close to the steepled building, and then splitting in two. It's probably been like... I'm trying to think. When you reached the split city, it had probably been about 3 hours since the incident. By the time you reached, Bibble had been about 7 hours since the incident, so at this point it's been like close to 9 or 10 hours since the quake occurred, right?
Roughly.
And as you're flying down, you actually notice it looks like there's sheet metal laid across the canyons, or the crevices. And there's definitely dead bodies, but they've been sort of moved into some piles, and you see some guys in heavy gear. Like, almost like armored or like spacesuits, and like, you know, the jumpsuit with helmets, like walking around through everything. And as you start to fly down, one of them is like waving toward you guys. And he seems to like direct you over to a open position that is near one of the crevices. Not far from where you parked the first time you came here.
Well, I guess we don't see that. Max and Seth does, so yeah.
Do you land where you're being directed, Seth?
Land there.
Huh?
Do you land where the people are waving at you to land?
Max, where you
Just follow him. Land. Just land where he's pointing.
Alright, I'm gonna land.
You land down, and Max, you sitting in the bubble turret, you can see that the guys are approaching. Like, there's about 7 guys approaching where the cargo bay hold would open up to board and unboard the ship. They do not appear, or 2 of them are armed with very basic pistols.
Okay, well, at least it's a mafia or anything like that. Okay.
Looking at them, they're all wearing white spacesuits that are like a standard gray color with white helmets, and they have armbands on their their upper arm. That is a blue. It wraps around blue. And actually, hang on. Do I have the symbol drawn? Yes, they have this symbol on their arm. Hang on. I'll copy it into the chat in case you guys aren't all watching the stream. This symbol is on their arms.
Seen that before?
No.
Yes. The steepled building had it. Some guys with that symbol in both of the towns, the 2 steepled buildings in the 2 towns.
Were they part of the medical? Because I feel like I've seen that in
Let me
medical.
see.
You never talked with the people and found... Oh, actually, no, you did learn that in the city to the south, which I'm blanking on the name of, and I don't really
Wait,
dig
that's-
through my notes for.
That's not Margot's, is it?
No, Margos is,
Ah,
the green logo.
if you say so.
That is like their symbol is an M forming like a heartbeat line with Argots
Okay.
on the line. These
But we
guys
never
are you do know that in the town to the south they are offering free medical service, but they would put nanites in you to track you that they would then later ask you to come back so they could remove the nanites to get an in-depth understanding of what's going on with the person's biology for examination.
Okay, yeah. So we've seen these guys before, but we never interacted with them.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, they
Not
kind of
Hopper.
didn't know Hopper was there when I think Max did ask the
No, but
people
that's the green
online.
people. But that's the green people, not the blue people.
No, the blue people you did lightly interact with. You just never,
Oh.
you didn't like do much with them. You just learned that they were present in the other town.
Okay.
Do you open the cargo bay, Seth, or anyone else? Does anyone go to open the go into the main sitting area to open the door?
I guess Hopper.
I'm weary to open these guys, to open them right away, because I have no idea if they're gonna raid. I'm kind of a little bit on edge, not gonna lie.
They'll try and hit you through the communication system. They'll try and radio your ship's communicator. Do you answer?
Yes.
Are you here? Are you here offering relief from the disaster?
Relief? Are you guys the survivors?
We've gotten as many people as we can together inside of our medical facility. The situation is rough. We're still getting a total head count, but nobody was ready for the suddenness of this earthquake. The survivors, for the most part, are either splicers and cyborgs who are already built to survive it, or people who get to suits fast enough. We still have people going through the city looking for as many people as we can. We currently have about 48 people inside of the clinic.
48 people?
Not counting staff members.
Shit. Just gotta look at Max.
This is through the radio. Nobody has boarded the ship yet.
Yeah.
Sorry. Forgive us. We're from the Flash Flash Medical Response and Insurance Corporation.
I see. Well, first let me talk to my comrade, and we will let you in. All right? Just give us a moment.
Understood.
Supposedly there's like 49 people. Holy shit.
Well, that's our mess that we need to clean up. So let's do everything we can to help them out.
Oh.
We don't have enough people to fit in our ship though.
Then we take them in waves.
Trying to relocate them is a bitch. Should I just let them in? Let the remaining ones in for now?
Sure. And if anything happens, I know for a fact I can just let the gravity just crush them.
They do have weapons though.
Then we'll make sure that people are cleared from their line of fire.
Alright. He opens the door.
So you go back into the main like lounge area where the others are sat, and then you go over and you hit the buttons to open the door.
Yeah.
Seth, what's going on? Oh.
We got survivors.
The guys come up and they start to look around, and one of them is like, you hear one of them under their breath, "Oh, tacky."
Barbara, they're talking your house is tacky. They say your house is tacky, Barbara.
I'm gonna roll to see if I hear that with. I probably have enhanced hearing, but I'm gonna roll anyways.
I'm glancing around. They're all like,
Lucky for him, I got 2 ones. So I don't hear him. He gets to go home to his family now.
What brings your crew here? What corporation are you with? One of them says.
Scouts.
Yeah.
Scouts, excellent. We can sign you up for a contract then. Your ship can't transport a lot of people from the looks of it. Do you think you can get word to our other group in, oh man, what was the name of the town to the south? I have it in my notes somewhere. Does anybody remember?
Did you say Austin?
Austin is the town you're in right now. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm mixing up the town names. I think you're in New Austin right now.
I thought it was Athens.
You just said we just arrived to Athens.
No, New Athens is the town to the north. So the northernmost town is New Athens. The one marked in red is Bibble, and New Athens is the light blue. The town to the south. Where is it in my notes? I had to have taken down notes of it.
It's fine. We'll just call it the Lost City.
You know what? It's the city of It's the city of Los Nombre. There we go.
It's the city of lost notes.
Every time we don't remember a city name, it always changes. That's gonna be the new fucking canon.
Like what happened with
Every-
fucking Keith?
Yes.
That wasn't even his name, I don't think.
And then there's Mr. Steelson. Gregory Steelson.
He never had a name. I think you gave him that name.
Yes, I did give him Mr.
Yes.
Gregory, the cowboy man, Mr. Gregory Steelson.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think he ever had actual names.
We don't
No.
exactly have the things on hand to sign and set up an official contract with the Scout Corps, but if you can get word out to our friends in Los Nombre to try and send help, we'd be more than willing to pay you back however we can.
Listen, we're looking to find the origins of where this earthquake began. So I need you to kind of remember how this all started.
Wait.
Wait, but we know.
We
I
know,
say-
but he's
I
asking
care.
just for their perspective.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean origins? Do you think this is unnatural? Has an unnatural origin?
It's possible.
Well, as far as we know, a flash earthquake struck and split the city in 3. We haven't really gotten from what we've been able to hear over radio chatter, a number of other cities were damaged, but we're still trying to get the full picture of the level of damage. Communications are spotty with the intensity of the radiation storm overhead right now.
Do you think you can do your best to work with my friend Hopper here to kind of outline the picture? With all the information you can get, at least.
Do you think you can come back, or you all can come back to the chapel and we can talk there?
Yes.
Assuming you all have protective gear.
Oh, the chapel, you say?
Hopper just like, I guess I'm getting suited up. Goes get suit.
Well,
Wait, do we have suits?
none of you need suits except for Max. Seth already has one. Barbara, you have a natural immunity to this radiation due to the way you're engineered. Hopper's a robot.
Yeah, but Hopper
Yeah.
needs to pretend.
Android.
Max
yeah.
has a suit.
Listen, all androids are robots, but not all robots are androids. You know, it's like a square rectangle situation.
I'm a circle.
Listen, all androids are
All these
just
squares
equal,
make a
just
circle. All
special
these squares
people.
make a circle. I'm a special people.
Oh.
I can make that joke because I was in special ed. To
Listen,
be
I'm-
clear.
I was autistic, so shut up.
Was what?
Shut up.
You got a cure?
Was.
Did
It's called eugenics.
did Robert Kennedy Jr. cure you?
I got cured by Jesus.
He removed the vaccines from your bloodstream and cured your autism. I knew it was possible.
They were cured by Jesus.
Okay, so Hopper's just like, I'm okay. I don't need a suit.
Oh, Splicer. All right. Well, come on. And they're gonna start to lead you over, and you're having to like cross a makeshift bridge they made over the crevice.
Mhm.
As you guys are walking, they talk. Luckily, a lot of people are able to get their hands on some sort of protective gear, quickly. A lot of people are suffering from radiation sickness, though. We're treating them to the best of our ability, but it's hard when we don't have a contained area. A lot of people don't have suits that are designed for taking medication while they're in it. Maybe, could we use your ship temporarily as a med bay? We can bring the sick in and actually be able to give them medication.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's great. Nobody can take off the
But
protective.
Barbara's about to say
gear.
something, and then Hopper just answers for her, and she just goes, "Yeah, that sounds great."
Don't worry, we'll try and arrange with the rest of the corporation recompense for you. Here, one of them pulls out a device and hands it over to you, Barbara, because you're closest. Just give us your scout IDs, and we'll arrange for stuff to be transferred to you or stuff to be transferred to you at the next scout station you stop at. Does anybody want to do a history check to see if you know who you're dealing with?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, everybody who wants to, give me a history check. I'm going to continue describing the scene while you do the checks.
When you do the check, it's your typical roll, right? Okay, cool.
Sorry, just took a mix up my copy.
Oops.
Plus any relevant
Yes.
intelligence type checks or dice.
I only have scientists.
That would not help here.
Okay, I got a 2.
2. All right, that's average level. In fact, I said that's downright huge, actually.
I got a surprising one. I got a 7.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Max,
I didn't roll it.
you are intimately familiar with these people. You had dealings with them in the past.
Intimate.
During the time you were away from everybody.
You've had sex with this guy.
Oh my god!
The Flash Medical Response and Insurance Corporation. They operate on an unusual system for insurance companies, but one that is proven to be highly profitable for them. The moment disaster strikes in locations, they arrive on the scene, and they immediately begin providing aid, and while they are aiding people, they get them to sign contracts agreeing to pay back for the aid they provided. So they're sort of like, it's, you know, they offer insurance plans. You can sign up for their protection in advance, but even people who aren't insured by them, they will show up, begin helping you, and then in the moment they're helping you, get you to sign contracts that make you owe them money in exchange for the aid. And while that sounds very sketchy, in your that's your perspective of it, Seth, from your role, like that's sketchy.
What?
You don't know, or not Seth, Barbara. I mean, you know, these people feel sketchy to you from what you've heard. But Seth, you have enough understanding that.
Max.
Sorry, Max. God, my brain keeps jumbling names. Max, you have enough
can't
understanding.
believe
Max has.
Seth keeps appearing.
I like to think every time I say Seth, just like he pops up T-posing for like a single frame. But Max, you've had enough dealing that you understand that like they actually provide super good deals. Like they are usually operating just barely at enough profit to stay operational as a company, and like the money they ask for people, they're just like, hey, pay us back at whatever rate you can. We're not gonna send fucking guys to break your legs if you can't. And they even offer people to pay back via volunteer service. And they seem to be a generally a unusual spark within the galaxy of a very altruistic group. And you with how good you rolled actually, because you got like beyond a critical, you have an understanding that they were founded by a collection of people who were survivors of some sort of like plague-stricken incident that occurred on a planet, who were angry at corporations for not providing. The company they worked for basically cut ties and were like, sorry, you're on your own when this plague broke out. And so they generally aim to fill the gaps in aid that the corporations are missing, and only ask for enough money and supplies to keep their company afloat and spreading. And this has led to them being fairly popular, but also struggling with employment because, you know, not a lot of people want to work for them because it doesn't pay working for them.
Right.
All
right. Could I relay what I know to the people?
Yeah, you can like roughly tell the others that you trust. However you want to communicate to them, you know, you tell the group what you know.
Max turns around. They're good people.
Hey, you see these guys? These guys are like a brand new car. Very reliable, really cool. And the best thing about it is
Putting your
it's
penis
all
in the
free.
love seat.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a car?
What's a penis? I'm kidding.
I can oh, Barbara, I can show you if you'd like.
Barbara,
No.
that's fake news. I know for a fact that you know what it looks like.
Barbara, don't tell me you don't know what a penis is. You gotta know. You swam in
know.
it once.
Wait a minute.
Swimmed in it.
Once?
Oh, I'm sorry, multiple times he swam
Do
in
you
it.
know what a penis is?
Swimmed in it? What does swimmed in it mean?
First of all, swim in it. Or swum.
Yeah.
Swim,
about-
swim,
You know.
it's time to swim.
Hey,
Ew.
look, if there can be a Red Sea and a Black Sea, then there can be a Dick Sea, you know?
Oh my
You mean,
gosh.
no, you mean the White Sea?
Down south in Dixie.
Come see the come see.
Okay, anyway,
Yes.
my roll doesn't matter, so because
What'd you get?
I
for
got
your
all the,
result?
it's a 6, but it's okay.
You know pretty much all the stuff I just told Max.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like,
Max,
that's okay.
you know them because you directly benefited from them shortly after getting separated from the rest of the group. Hopper, you know about them because you did a couple of missions with them at one point. During your time when you were alone. So, as you guys enter the building that they refer to as the chapel, well, it does very much look like a chapel, and as you enter, it's very much been set up as like a triage emergency medical area, where they've got, like, everybody is in hazmat suits. You can see a few people are in very much makeshift suits that they threw together with supplies in their house because they had enough know-how to protect themselves from the, the radioactive atmosphere. In one area, you see that there's just straight up a metal box in the corner, and there's somebody sat next to it typing on a tablet. It's like, you know, a lot of the people look like they're A-okay, but there's clearly some people who are ill. There's one guy who's like weeping, and like a person trying to comfort them. He's like, "There's just so much vomit in my boots. I just want to get out of this suit."
There's so much vomit in my boots.
They have
Oh,
radiation
no.
sickness and they can't take their hazmat suits off.
There's a
No.
snake in my boot.
Oh no, I feel horrible for this poor man. Like,
Quickly,
there.
the guys you came with communicate with the others, and they're gonna start escorting, like, the ones who are suffering from radiation sickness up towards your guys' ship so that they can get desuited, receive medical treatments, clean up, and then come back. You know, they're using your, because they don't have anywhere where people can take suits off. You have provided the first safe haven of suit removal.
yeah, Hopper. I feel like Hopper kind of hears that. It's like,
Oh no, not on our oh.
Hopper tells the guys like, he can come. We have a functioning, we have running water and soap.
Guys, what smells like rotten clam chowder mixed with coffee beans?
You can't smell anything here. You're in a spacesuit, Max.
Guys, why can't I smell anything?
Guys, what smells like rotten clam
You think you'd be
chowder?
smelling?
Wait, no, I do like the idea of you still thinking things smell like rotten clam chowder, and I'm just like, Max, you're in a hermetically sealed spacesuit. Question rejected.
He's like, I'm hungry.
Since the spacesuit is dirty, it was not clean.
What,
What do you know?
what smells like fermunda and alcoholism?
Who shit in my pants?
What smells like Barbara's clothes yesterday?
What?
Ah!
How dare you?
Hey,
Wash
do your
them
laundry on time.
Well,
What
Do
smells
your
like
laundry on
secret
time.
backroom BJ?
Why is everyone attacking each other? What the fuck?
Because they can.
But
Barbara starts stabbing
Provide chaos, I do.
Max multiple times.
the guys start talking to you, explaining that you know, like, they wanted to get help, but as soon as the situation got south, a lot of people just dipped out on their ships, or like a lot of people just stole ships or flew away. So like almost immediately, as soon as people realized the city was fucked, they just dipped out to go to the other cities. You know.
Little do they know.
Little did they know.
So it's led to things being rough as they're trying to, you know, scramble to help people as much as they can. And Hopper, you remember, hang on, this chapel is where you put the rock up. It's on the roof of this building.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. Goes over to Max and is like gestures like come close. Get close so I don't be too loud with you. The rock is on top of this chapel. Is it possible you can use your power to safely remove it and destroy it? Or, I don't know, crush it without destroying the chapel?
Max is just kind of like staring at, the top of the chapel. He's thinking, it's like,
Like it's outside on the top. Like the tippy top.
In order for me to destroy it, I would have to actually go up to see where it is. It's too risky for me to actually take the shot without actually seeing it.
I can go up there, but can you distract them then? You worked with them, right? You think I think you have. Yeah, it's been cyclones. You got this. I'll go. I'm gonna go piss. And walks away.
I gotta piss. I gotta go change my oil, if you know what I mean.
They don't know that. They just think I'm a splicer.
Hopper slips away. Do any of you guys want to talk with these people?
Well, Max is going to the chapel anyways.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we have to talk to people. Shit.
Yeah, you're all in the chapel right now.
Hopper went to go piss.
Yeah, Hopper's slipping off into like the back area, trying to find a way up. Anybody? While Hopper's slipping away, does anybody want to talk with anybody about anything? Ask any questions or anything?
I don't know what to ask.
Hey, are you in need of like a holy man or anything?
A what?
You're trying to get rid of Hyundai.
I didn't say that.
In need of a what?
It's Clyde.
A holy man.
Oh wait, didn't you pick him up here?
Yes. This is literally the town he picked him up in.
I guess I'll go back to the ship, talk to Hyundai, or Hyundai. I can't get names today. I go, so I know this trip hasn't exactly been everything you ever wanted. So if you want to get off, this is, no harm, no foul. This is your chapel.
I don't have any he's still on the ship and he's like, I don't have any protective gear.
Never mind. I leave.
I can't get off here.
I've already walked away.
It's like Barbara. Barbara's like, oh right.
Actually, correction, Barbara. As you start to go up and get on your ship, you go up. You're walking up, and or you're talking. You have that conversation with Hyundai, and you notice all of the members of the insurance company are like glaring at you and giving you this sort of side eye.
Barbara?
And I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll knowledge.
For what?
To figure out why they're giving me so much fucking sass.
Give me a perception type check. Difficulty 4.
That's not very good. I'm not gonna win. I got 2 1s and 1 10, so that's a 0.
You have no idea why they wait, is it 0 or -1?
I don't know. I got a 7, a 10, and 2 1s.
And then okay, yeah, so 0. So yeah, they're all sort of giving you,
and then the 10 rolled into a 5, so yeah.
Okay. They're all giving you a bit of a stink eye, but you're not sure why.
I have my suspicions. I'm guessing it's because I'm a cyborg. So I just wave back with my robotic car. I'm like, I give him a little.
And then one of them's like, "Let me come back to the
smile.
chapel. Let me come back to the chapel with you." One of them says. He like shoots up like from his sitting position to standing and says that.
Oh.
And so you continue to make your way back to meet with the others. Does anybody else want to talk with the chapel people before I turn attention back to Hopper?
I don't know what can I really ask, so.
All right. Hopper, you are able to like creep around through into some back halls and find the staircase up, and make your way up. You're making your way up towards like the tower where you had placed the thing beforehand.
Yes. Yes.
And, you're creeping up, and you basically make your way up into the chapel, and you know that the actual stone is on the roof. So it'll be as simple as doing a little bit of quantum pinning and walking to get up, and you begin to make your way up. Meanwhile, Barbara and the insurance guy, Gesundheit, make their way back to the building, and as you guys are entering, he's gonna sort of like almost seem to usher you over to where Max and Seth are. And like scurry over and talk to some of his friends. And you notice a number of them are all like hushedly talking, and like it looks like they're quickly they're passing some kind of information around the room as quickly as they can. You can tell.
Oh, God.
Nothing's gonna be like, I don't like this.
Barbara, I believe they're about to deny their celibacy for one night because of you.
What?
A couple of guys move toward the front door who are holding rifles, and then someone's gonna approach you. We're gonna give you a chance to explain. Why is there a man with no arms and legs in the back of your ship?
Wait,
My
no.
sex doll.
I thought we... No.
Hmm?
Oh,
You're right! You left him at the facility! You didn't bring him on the ship! Never mind, okay. I misnoted where you left him.
Oh, wait a minute.
So you're totally good. Never mind. You don't have an incredibly suspicious chicken nugget of a human being on your ship. I forgot that you left Gas Mask Guy behind intentionally.
He's like,
Max-
they're like, I'm so sorry,
So,
madam.
the
We thought there was a man with no arms and no legs over there, but it turns out it was just a pillow.
The whole weird, suspicious activity never occurs. Never mind.
Never mind. They just think you're hot, Barbara.
Max was gonna say that's my sex doll.
Yeah, there is no moment of rising tension.
Don't say that.
Limitless.
But, Barbara, just as you're getting back, you can see Hopper quantum pinning walking around.
I'm just
And,
saying, some
Hopper-
people use a sock, I use a skull.
You step up. Oh, God, no. Max.
What?
Anyway, we're gonna move on from that. Hopper, you step up and you can see the stone, and there's other little stones floating around it on almost pulsing formation.
Mhm.
And it's hard to explain, but it feels like the rock looks at you for a moment.
Me?
No, at Hopper.
Okay.
And then you realize it feels like your quantum pinning isn't working anymore, but you're not falling.
Oh,
And
my.
you feel your entire body outside of your control get flung
So-
as you are yeeted
Oh.
with the force to throw you a football field away. The
So
only
the
one
rock-
seeing this is Barbara. What were we gonna say?
So the rocks is staring at Hopper.
Fuck.
God damn it!
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
You know you had to do it to them.
No.
That's a
6
start
is the
point.
one, right?
Yes,
Is it?
yeah, 6 is a success.
All right. In that case, I rolled 2.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm gonna very quickly like try and catch Hopper.
Oh, with your grapple hook?
Uh,
Oh,
sure, but aren't I on the ground?
Yeah, Hopper's getting flown well over your head with the force that she's been thrown with. But your grappling hook arm, you can grab her, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like she was already
That will slow down her fall.
so she goes flying out and like so you got 2 successes?
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough to succeed. I think you would have needed like
Wait, should I add one for like my grapple arm?
Yeah, roll 1 more die. You need 3 successes.
Oh please.
Because if you,
I got 3.
Yeah,
because I was gonna say,
okay.
if you miss this catch, Hopper is flying way over your head and beyond.
Yeah,
She's
Hopper
getting
gets
flung far.
yeeted away, and you quickly shoot your grapple up, catch her, and then like recoil it in to pull her toward you.
Booba.
What?
I got you, sweetie. I got you.
You then feel that same tugging sensation on your arm, Barbara, as you realize dust starts to pick up, but you notice the dust isn't just dust, it's little micro fragments of metal from the rubble and the dust around are all getting picked up and slowly swirling up and around.
No, please, not now, not now. Whatever this is.
It's gonna throw us, Barbara. It's gonna. It doesn't want us to get close to it.
What are you guys gonna do?
He knows. While carrying
I feel like the fact that someone is guiding her back to the chapel, they're gonna turn around to be like, what was that? And then see Hopper in her arms, like, when did she appear in her
There
arms?
is very much some confusion from the guy that was walking with you.
while carrying the while carrying Hopper, I'm going to run back to the ship.
So you start to run away from the chapel and to the ship.
Yes.
As you start to run, the guy who was with you, a bunch of the little shards and fragments go flying toward him, and he like shakes violently for a moment, and he's gonna turn and walk into the chapel a little limply. And
Wait.
Max and Seth, you see this guy enter, and he rises up, and like at first people aren't even noticing anything weird, and then he speaks. I am Darwin.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shit.
Let's play, Edward. Let's play.
This will get worse if you do not stop them. And he points towards Seth and Max, and everybody's looking very confused. And that's when they realize the lacerations in his protective suit, and then all of the metal shards and fragments are just gonna burst up out of his head, like basically Swiss cheesing his head as he falls down dead.
Jesus.
And there's immediately
super
like, what the fuck, panic. As one guy's gonna look over at you guys and be like, what the fuck did you guys do? What's happening?
Oh, of course, it's our fault.
Seth is gonna be like,
It is our fault.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. Shut up.
So
he's just stare.
Barbara, you're carrying Hopper back to the ship.
Yes.
You quickly run back on. There's probably like 15, 16 sick guys here, along with a handful of members of the insurance company. What are you gonna do when you're on board the ship? Also, Mackenzie's in the chapel with the others. Hyundai is on the ship.
Barbara, can you activate like the protective shield up on here? We need to keep everyone here safe. Like, she's trying to keep quiet, not to panic everybody.
You got it, sweetheart. I just need to get to the cockpit.
I am just.
Got it, gumball tits.
I need to. We need Max and Sev. They're the only ones who can get close enough to the stupid rock.
Are they?
I can't get close to it, and if you get close, your arm's gonna get ripped off.
Meanwhile, back at the chapel, the guys panicking. They're just like, what is going on? What happened to our friend? Why? They just like panic because they just watched the guy's head get Swiss cheesed after calling you three out. They would have pointed at Mackenzie as well.
Seth is just to be like, let's just calm down here. We don't know what the fuck is going on with that.
Mackenzie's like, I don't even know these losers.
It looks like you have a psycho shadow touch attacking the place. I wouldn't trust anything he says. But shadow touched? No. And then one of the guys like, you guys said you were investigating. He like looking to Max. You guys said you were investigating the source of the earthquake. You don't think?
It's possible it could be. That's why we ask.
Yeah.
I want just like a blanket charm check from the two of you. to see if like your passive charm is enough to. So
Oh,
each of you have
no.
a charm check to see if your passive
Me and
charm
Barbara are the ones with like
makes them
attractive.
trust you.
Well,
We're the only one with tits. The other one, other than Ken.
I get disadvantage on charisma checks because of my teeth.
You are wearing your helmet, so you are fine. Your teeth
Oh
is
my
not going to give you
God.
disadvantage. You're hiding the teeth.
Oh my god, thank you.
What the fuck?
Oh my.
What did you each get?
I keep on getting 10s. I'm still rolling.
Oh, that's always the best to get. Burst success chain.
Another 10. What the fuck?
Max,
You-
you're god.
You need a picture of all of his tens. All your luck is in like an hour
Another 10.
survival.
What the fuck?
Max is
Yes.
a god right now.
You're gonna survive.
Okay, it stopped. It's at an 8.
So yeah, they are not willing to just turn their backs on you at the word of a random strange occurrence. The one was like, "You don't think this was a shadow touched?" And then Mackenzie's just like 100%. She looks at you guys for a moment. She's like, "All right, there's no need to pussyfoot around. We're pretty sure the stone on top of your place is what's connecting him here. We need to destroy that, but from the look of it, if we get close, he'll try and kill us."
Pussyfoot? Don't you mean camel toe?
Jesus.
Pussyfootin'! Pussyfootin'!
What's the status on Harper and Barbara?
Well, you don't know, but turning attention to them, what are you guys talking about in your panicked moment? You tried to figure out your plan?
Well, Hopper said to Barbara, "Can you just like try to activate a bubble shield to keep the ship safe?" But the fact that the ship is metal, it's like we might need to try to fight to keep it stabilized. We don't want to rock the ship. You know?
I don't know. I don't. Well, well, it's funny you say that. Then you're not gonna like my next plan.
Let's
I
try to
don't
keep
think-
it stationary.
I'll turn on shields for what good they're gonna do, but no, I had a different idea actually.
What is that?
I was gonna ram the ship right into the thinnest part of the steeple that isn't being protected by the stone.
But everyone here, there's so many people being injured. And if you do jostle it, they're all gonna move.
Oh,
And
I got
shooting it didn't help last time.
We can
What?
shoot the base part of the steeple, not like the building itself where everybody else is.
It's a flight of stairs, it kind of goes inward. It's not completely closed off, besides the door. But it's a long, spiraling staircase that goes downward. So even if you do shoot off the base, your only hope that it just collapses enough to just close the hole, not collapse the roofing. But I trust you are a great shot, because you have been nothing but a blessing. So I will leave that up to you and your capabilities. I'm gonna try to keep everyone here happy and calm. Music! I'm gonna play my little radio.
Alright, Hopper, you give me a charisma check. Barbara, you give me a flight/shoot check. While you go... Go ahead.
But I mean, before we do that, I just go, hey, remember what we talked about confidence?
Yeah. We both got
gonna-
this.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to practice that on the people in back. Let them know everything's gonna be okay.
With music.
Hopper compliments
That's
her friends for an hour.
That's a good idea.
So, yeah, you give
But then in the back of your mind, you also remember that I said that I'm normally faking when I'm confident in something.
Mhm.
Hopper thinks.
Good character writing.
Barbara.
Hmm?
Grabs your hands, cups them together, and hugs them close. I believe in you.
Barbara gives her a great big smile.
Now, do your thing.
So yeah, you guys give me the skill checks, and we'll turn back to the chapel crew. One of the members of the insurance company. Rock on the roof? What do you mean? Do any of
That's
you want to
the
explain? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's the cause of it. The rock on the roof. It has a power source that's causing these earthquakes and this disaster to happen to begin with.
So we need to destroy that?
Yes.
But if it knows you're coming close, it might put you in danger. Clearly, it's more stronger than we thought.
Just leave it to me. I got it.
All right, Max, go fuck it up. So, you gonna start walking up the chapel?
I'm gonna
No!
bubble this with some duct tape and some fucking bubble gum. Yeah.
All right, so you give me a gravitational power check. What's your plan? I assume you're just gonna walk up the steeple, and from below crush the roof with your gravity powers.
It won't be the roof per se, but I'm gonna try and have the stone like collapse in on itself.
Yeah. Well. All right. So you give me a gravitational power roll, and then I'm gonna ask all of you to give me all of your rolls at once in a moment. I'm gonna ask for all of your success ranges. Well, Seth, you're just on the sidelines. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just T-posing because I'm not on my ship. That's like where I'm good at.
You're down giving sloppy style to the patients.
No, it's not.
You're just mainlining crack.
Oh, I'm not even taking the fucking drugs.
Injecting marijuana pills.
This is interesting. So I got 3 successes. All of them are 9s, and the other 2 dice I have are a 2 and a 5.
What did you get, Barbara?
4.
And what did you get, Hopper?
7.
So you're able to tell them, like, hey, don't worry, Barbara's just doing something with the ship real quick. Don't worry. Let me sing you all a song. And they're all just like, hell yeah.
Like, look, I got a Q radio. I think this is a station we could play.
They all start throwing ones at you. I'm kidding.
I won't say no to free money.
But yeah. So, Barbara, you fly up and you're lining up your shot against the gravity. Max, you scale the staple.
We interrupt your music to inform you of this.
Everything is fucked and you need to panic. But yeah.
Everything stinks.
Max, you climb up to the top of the chapel and sort of like lean out so you can see the rock, and you focus your powers. You can feel he's sort of using his powers through the stone to fight back against you. And you start to make the rock crush in on itself, just as Barbara, you not seeing Max, fire your shot. And the chapel collapses, and Max, you get buried in the rubble. As you know, the whole chapel section, that section of the chapel collapses. A little bit of shake in the building, but the building maintains. As you did a precise shot to only fuck up the roof.
Isn't the rock on top of the roof?
Yeah, but you said you were trying to collapse the steeple.
Yeah.
Which is
So wouldn't the rock also collapse as well?
Yes, but Max crushed it before. Like, as you were firing your shot, it was going through the air. Max crushed the stone into dust, destroying it.
Oh, okay.
But you did a safety measure. You just did a safety measure.
I don't realize that, so I think that I destroyed the rock. I go, yes, I did it! I can do no wrong!
As you fly over to land, and, you all heard, like, the rumble, and, the assumption on your end, Seth and Mackenzie, is, oh, Max did it. He crushed it.
He Bit of an overkill, but whatever.
And only a couple moments later, I imagine Barbara and Hopper, you go to meet with the others and be like, yeah, we did it. Right?
Yeah. Like, okay. And we got the ship a bit closer now, too.
Yeah.
So, what do you say? How do you go about entering the chapel and talking to the others?
I just kick in the door and I go, "You're welcome."
What? Seth is gonna be like, what?
What? I just shot the stone into Kingdom Come.
Max was gonna take care of it.
What?
Yeah, Max went to take care of it.
Max?
Oh no.
Runs.
I look at Mackenzie and I immediately have like a flashback to when I escaped the institute.
And,
God, not again, please.
as you all go running up to the chapel to check on Max, who just got blasted with, a starship caliber laser beam, we're
Max?
gonna end session there.
What?
I can't believe Max is dead.
What?
Yep.
I can't believe I killed Max.
Yep. We're gonna end session there. Ain't
Does
I a
Max
stinker?
live or die? Check out on the next exciting.
I just stare at the screen as I waited 2 hours and more.
Well,
I know session got delayed. I'm sorry.
anybody else have telekinetic powers?
No.
Fuck.
See ya.
See, I got backup for that.
That session.
You're gonna eat it?
Cries.
No.
Yeah.
Cries at the fact every other session has been super long and this has been the shortest one. Anger.
Well, the way I see it is this is a setup for what's to come.
Yes.
Anger.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is
for the most
gonna be
part, the
Ollie.
reason a lot of the other sessions drag on really, really long is it takes you guys a long time to get to my break point. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Anger.
We're just too
Anger.
good this week.
You were efficient.
Oh,
Anger.
and it's right before your schedule changed too.
I'm sure we'll be able to work out a day for the next session. But yeah, those of you watching on YouTube end, hope you've all enjoyed this episode.
No.
End cards appearing in a moment. Love you all very, very much, and ta-ta for now.
No.
Take care.
Doodle is angry with me.
Is it?
She beats me when the camera's not rolling.